Do I listen to Amy Winehouse music? No. But I do like these documentaries about, George Floman, Whitney Houston, Bob Marley, Queen. Does this do Amy Winehouse justice? Or should I even care? Chase Lehocky here, Blue Futon reviewing Back to Black. What is this about? Pretty simple premise. Amy Winehouse from 18 years old to 27 years old and what she's went through throughout her life. And I know there's already a lot of kickback with this movie because, of course, Amy Winehouse is dead. She died in 2011 or 2012, if not mistaken, and her dad approved this movie. So a lot of pro Amy Winehouse people are like, we refuse to watch this movie because the dad's handling it or shit like that. I don't care about that. I'm going about how the movie was made and how I was interested in Amy Winehouse. I wasn't. I'm sorry. This movie... Okay. I can't feel sorry for people that do harm to themselves. And let's talk about that when I talk about the negatives. But talk about the positives of this movie. I do think she does a good job, this actress, playing Amy Winehouse. I don't know if she's actually singing the songs or if it's more of like Austin Butler doing the later half of Elvis, but Austin Butler doing the younger Elvis. What I've heard is she was actually singing. So as a person who doesn't know what really Amy Winehouse sounds like, I mean, I know what she sounds like to go to rehab, and she's like, no. But I mean, I think she does a good job. I think the acting's fine. I think maybe that's it, honestly. The production, the way England looks, London looks fine. I mean, there's nothing special about it. I just had a hard time with the writing, some of the directorial editing choices, and what we wanted to do. So I think the biggest flaw I'll say about this is the scene where she wins the Grammy. All right, where she's like live streamed from London and like Tony Bennett is doing the Grammy thing, whatever. They didn't flesh it out. It should have been longer. Tell me, because if you watch the real video, apparently Justin Timberlake was also nominated for Record of the Year. Go through that. Say, like, what are the 5 nominees and what she's kind of doing, waiting to see who the 5 are and who's going to win. Because apparently in the real video, she didn't know she was up against Justin Timberlake. So give us that. Give us that tension if you don't know it. And that was a huge fault. A lot of tension in this movie just isn't there. And they do paint her in a bad light. And also her husband, Blake. And also other things as well. Just the whole alcoholism, drugism, the abusive relationship between her and Blake. And she even wrote herself, when she drinks alcohol, she gets very abusive like Rocky. She will scratch Blake. She goes freaking ham. And she always wanted a child. So I'm like, I'm glad you didn't have a child when you did all these drugs and alcohol, because for all you know, the baby could have been disformed or things like that. Like, as someone in their mid-20s wanting the kid, you're not mature enough. I'm sorry, Amy Winehouse isn't mature enough. And I'll just give it like that. And the whole thing about me feeling sorry for her, I cannot. Reasons. 1, smoking. She loved her grandma so much, and then in this movie, the grandma's like, I got lung cancer because of cigarettes. You would think that a person would be like, the person that I love that is dying from cigarettes and has lung cancer, I should probably stop smoking those cigarettes. Nope, I'm going to continue smoking. All right, cool. Alcohol. You know you black out. You know you fall on the ground and you bleed. You know you're abusive and you scratch people and you punch people and you have anger management issues. Yet you continue drinking. Cool. And now you go down, you just smoke weed and you're like, oh, Control 1 substances are so uncool. Then you go straight to meth. You don't even you literally go from weed to meth. Usually there's a progression, right? Of like weed, cocaine, heroin, meth. Or like put mushrooms in there, or LSD in there, or acid. No, you went straight from fucking weed to meth. What the shit? I can't feel sorry for you. Yes, And then I'm kind of weirded out by she goes, I want to go to rehab. So her dad takes her to rehab, but then she sings a song about I will never go to rehab. So it's like, you're a hypocrite. You have double standards. I can't feel sorry for you. And there's these weird ass choices where the director decides to like her being depressed in like different scenes, like on a balcony, in the streets, doing things like that. And I'm just like, this is kind of freaking weird. Do I think she killed herself or was it just over drinking? I'm going to say suicide. Alcohol poisoning, she drunk herself to death. Period. Dot. That is my total freaking opinion. Maybe after rehab, if she would have matured to realize maybe Blake isn't the one for her, for him, for her, for both of them. I mean, Blake kind of knew at the very end where he's like, you know what? I've been clean. I need to stay clean. And you're kind of the issue because when we were together, we were hurting each other. So I think it's better for the both of us. So he was thinking about both of them. And I think she wanted to think that way, but she could not get over it mentally. I don't know. This movie dragged for me. The editing was weird. They didn't let some of the songs drag out as much as they should. There was no tension in this movie. It just was so by the number that I wasn't having fun in this movie. I don't know if you're supposed to have fun in this movie because this whole movie is freaking doom and gloom. It looks like Bob Marley, there's like a message of hope. With the Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody, there's a thing of like redemption and like getting with the band and knowing that you screwed up. What's the other one that came out recently? I don't know. What was the other one I said? Bob Marley. Anyway, I forgot. But at least with other biopics about music, you have a like, oh yeah, Whitney Houston. You know that the dad was abusive and like taking control of her, but you know that her life of like she had the friends, she had Stanley Tucci's manager to like prop her up, and she had a message of like loving America and wanting to do this. Her, Amy Winehouse, she didn't want to be a Spice Girl, and she was an alcoholic. Like, there is no arc for me to be like, go girl. It was just more of like, you keep making stupid decisions, and each stupid decision makes me feel less like connectivity with you. So I didn't like this movie. I just didn't. So Back to Black will receive a 1 out of 5 with Futons, which equals at 20%. So see the critics news scores gave this one. So we have critics say 35% with 136 of them. Audience score 82% with over 50. Here is the critic consensus. Back to Black's sympathetic approach is its subject story is an overdue antidote in the tabloid treatment she often received in life, even if the end results are disappointingly pedestrian. I am curious, the people that didn't like it, was it more in the middle or kind of like me where I just was not feeling this? C-, 2 out of 5, 2.5 out of 5, 2.5 out of 4, 2 out of 4. So most people, and then the positives are 3 out of 5s. Okay, we have a 3 out of 10 here, so I am kind of in a 4 out of 10 here, a 3 out of 10, a 0.5 out of 4. Okay, Roger Ebert was the same as me, where I just could not get in with. I couldn't. Sorry, I was not interested, and sorry, just I don't know if I blame the writing or directing. Probably more of both, maybe. I don't know. All right, 20. 86, or 85, 35? Come on, go up. Yeah, 82, 35, 20. Chase Slack here, the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know things Butantopia. You Blue Futon, think about the great day now. Watch Stay tomorrow, a week from now, a month, or a year from now. I love every single freaking one of you. My Mickey here, he just loves the pets right now. So if you see me in the video doing this, I'm just petting Mickey because he is literally head down, enjoying those neck scratchies. But yes, let's see if you like. Just let me know, did you like Amy Winehouse or not?